Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with O'Brien and me, Banshee. And it's me, Banshee, with an unboxing and review of a recent purchased tarot deck that I have, the Storyteller's Tarot. Something right up this retired librarian's alley. I love it. So, it's by David DePasquale. It's a 78 card deck, of course, along with the guidebook. And it says on the back of the box, I thought I'd share this with you, tarot meets the greatest stories ever told. So clearly, this is going to be about myths, legends, lore, stories from folklore from throughout the world. And let's read what it says on the back so you get the feel for the deck. Combining the insights of traditional tarot messages with myths and folk tales from around the world, the 78 card deck includes bold, animation-inspired artwork depicting the clever characters, mystical animals, ferocious beasts, and powerful deities passed down through the ages. The guidebook features excerpts from epic stories and a magical new way to read the cards through a narrative lens. The Storyteller's Tarot serves as a beautiful reminder of the ways humanity can connect, communicate, and come together across space and time. You know, the cards have their stories to tell. We've had our stories to tell throughout the ages. How about combining them all into one wonderful mashup here? I like that already. I have a number of decks that, have storytelling kind of themes for this reason. Tarot is a storytelling device, and so it stands to reason that a lot of the stories and legends and lore, you can see the associations with tarot cards. And this creator did a fine job of matching up the cards, with stories. And we'll try to give some, and I think you'll see some of those examples as we go along. I am not going to mention every story or many of the stories as I show you the cards, but we will focus on some. And maybe I'll read you an excerpt from the book so you get an idea of what you get here. And also, I want to talk to you about the unique spreads that the creator includes. And by the way, if you are wondering, this is by, of course, David DePasquale. It's a Hay House deck, and it was published copyright in 2024. And the guidebook is 164 or 5 pages in length. All right. So let's take a look at these, shall we? We'll start with looking at the back of the card first. That's it. Beautiful. And let's start with our major arcana. We have the Fool, which I do believe will be a donkey's story. We have the Mage or Magician. And before we get to the suits of cards, I will talk about his modus operandi for the suits, which is very interesting, and how he approached them. The High Priestess. The Empress. Ooh, the Stag. The Emperor. The Hierophant, or in this case, the Wisdom King. Beautiful. The Lovers. Well, that's such a beautiful card. I do want to look up this story. I'm not familiar with all the stories yet. This is a Hawaiian-based story, and it's called Napaka and Kaui. Kaui? I hope I am saying that right. So, very nice, very beautiful. Okay. And the Chariot here is called the Vehicle. Oh, these long sleeves. Strength. the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune. Well, you know who would be on the Justice card, right? I need not say anything more. Egypt feels no in particular. So, that is Justice. The Hanged Man. Oh, and Death. I wanted to get to that, definitely. And of course, the Hanged Man is Odin hanging from the tree. We know that. But Death is Santa Muerte. And yeah, I mean, I knew that. I just wanted to double check it. I was going to read this one, but I might read a different one in the Minor Arcanas. Anyway, Santa Muerte is here. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower is obviously Pandora's box. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. Judgment. The World. Okay, I've hit the Minor Arcana, of course. And so what I wanted to let you know is some of them are renamed, but that's not the main point here. Here we go. Okay. The scepters are going to be wands, and they're, of course, the suit of fire. They will be stories related around the constellations, which is really nice, stars. And so, which of course is very fiery. The cups, the suit of water, is shown depicted with hearts, and these are naturally represented by stories of magical receptacles that hold everything from a gift from Santa Claus to immortality. Nice. The spikes, or the suit of air, swords, come together in stories of legendary creatures from around the world. Cryptids, mythical beasts, the supernatural and superstitious, apocryphal and anecdotal folklore of these beings exist in every culture. And finally, the coins, the suit of earth, the pentacles, will be symbolized by tangible experiences, excuse me, and the physical aspects of your life. Health, work, money, business, and material possessions all fall under their purview. And it's going to emphasize, too, the stories of the Chinese zodiac and guardians of the four cardinal directions that will command the suit of coins. All right, so on with the show. Let's move on to the Ace of Wands, or scepters, the Two of Scepters, the Three of Scepters, the Four of Scepters, the Five of Scepters, the Six of Scepters, the Seven of Scepters, the Eight of Scepters, the Nine of Scepters, the 10 of Scepters, the Page of Scepters, the Knight of Scepters, the Queen of Scepters, and the King of Scepters. We move on to the hearts or cups. And notice how the card backgrounds seem to have kind of a color coding going on here, which I like. So, the cups, the Ace of Cups, or hearts. The Two of Hearts. The Three of Hearts. You know, I like this one and I may stop to read it. It's the Four of Hearts. Maybe this will be the one I read. Although I'm thinking I'm going to read another one. I'm going to hold off on this. But let's take a look at the Four of Hearts for a minute and just show you, for example, where the story originates from. It's called the Lantern of Diogenes. So it's from the Greek mythology. And so that's very interesting. I'm not going to read that story to you, but just to give you an idea, there's a story behind all of these images. This is an interesting choice, eh? Is it the Trojan horse for the Five of Hearts? Which is disappointment, interesting, and loss. The Six of Hearts, the Seven of Hearts, the Eight of Hearts, the Nine of Hearts. Genie lantern, huh? What do you wish for? And then we have the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, the Ten of Hearts. The Page of Hearts, the Knight of Hearts, the Queen of Hearts. Oh, beautiful. The King of Hearts. All right. So now we're on the swords, the spikes. And these are mythical creatures. So we have the Ace of Spikes. The Two of Spikes. The Three of Spikes, the Four of Spikes, the Five of Spikes. Wow, that's an evil looking card, and that is an evil card, in my opinion. The Six of Spikes, the Seven of Spikes, the Eight of Spikes, the Nine of Spikes. That looks scary and frightening and fearful. Now, you know, I think I'm going to read the Ten of Spikes. Let's take a look at this one. The Ten of Spikes, which is the Ten of Swords, which is usually depicted with stabs in the back. Let's see what story and legend is behind this one. Oh, I went right to it, and you know, did you guess what it was? It's the White Lady. Betrayal of a love, murder, suicide, honor killings, husbands lost at sea. These are all common themes surrounding the global legends of the White Lady. She has often been the precursor to disastrous news, usually appearing in a long white dress or sleeping down by day or night in a residence when someone will soon die, and even materializes in photographs just before or after death. Wow. One such legend follows the haunting spirit of a young Canadian woman whose betrothed was killed while fighting the British in the Battle of Beauport. Devastated, she chose to end her life at the site of their frequent meetings. The top of Montmorency falls near the top of Montmorency Falls near Quebec City. That's where she supposedly ended her life at. By throwing herself into the raging waters, clothed in the wedding dress she never got to wear. So that's very typical of some of the stories that's out there about the White Lady. Upright, it indicates painful endings, disaster, betrayal. Reversed is recovery, old wounds, and released. And there's quite a nice write-up for it. They give just a general overall description, divination of the card, and you can extrapolate your reversals from the reversed keywords or what you're seeing there. And in the story itself. But we'll talk more about that later. Let's move on. We have the Page of Spikes. We have the Knight of Spikes. The Queen of Spikes, and the King of Spikes. Now let's move on to the coins, the colorful coins, vibrant red. The Ace of Coins, the Two of Coins, the Three of Coins, the Four of Coins, the Five of Coins, the Six, the Seven of Coins, the Eight of Coins, the Nine of Coins, the 10, the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. Well, without further ado, I have to say, I'm so enamored with this deck. And one thing that's so true about decks like this, you want to read the book. You want to read the book and either refamiliarize yourself, listen to the author's, creator's take on the stories, and look at the interpretations and grok how the story really fits with the card. It really, really gives you an appreciation for both literature and the tarot. It may make you want to pick up some books of, various cultures or folklore from the cards that you are reading here. It just may inspire you to go deeper. I love decks like this. Absolutely. A must buy. I'm just saying, for any level of tarot reader, a must buy. You will enjoy this. All right, and they have some interesting spreads in here I just want to bring to your attention. Their take on the past, present, future is very nice. They do it in a story sense. A 3-card reading, Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. The prologue, which is a look into the past. The story of now, an overview of the present. An epilogue, which is a glimpse at the future. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but there's also a 7-card choose your own adventure spread. I love it. And it's, of course, based on stories, and it has, how should I say this, an alternate ending card. I love it. Then the Hero's Journey, 15 cards, which is basically about your life, issues in your life, like your relationship, your finances, career, and about you, the main character in your life. So right there, you have some really cool spreads to give a shot at. And it's just an adventure in and of itself, this deck. I think you will enjoy it. And I was happy to do this presentation for you, especially so that now I can start using the deck. Okay. Hey, everybody. Take care. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any comments or if you have any questions about the deck, feel free to ask. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.